Hey, it's Mitchell. Welcome to another video in the RSP Education series. What's that tiny switch that controls massive machines? It's relay coil actuation. Miss this and your whole automation setup could fail. Stick around because in 60 seconds, you'll never wire a relay wrong again. If you like this kind of content and want more educational videos, like and subscribe. This video is for educational purposes only. Consult a professional for your application. RSP Supply is not liable for any misuse of this information. With that said, let's jump into this. So, coil actuation is what makes a relay work. Here's a simple breakdown. The coil is an electromagnet. When power is applied, it creates a magnetic field. This pulls the relay's internal switch or contacts. No power, a spring returns the contacts to normal. So, some key specs you're going to need to know. That's voltage rating. You need to match your power supply, be it 12 volt, 24 volt DC, or 120 volt AC. You need to know the current draw. Typically 5 milliamps to 150 milliamps, very low power. AC versus DC, an AC coil hums, a DC coil is silent. Reverse polarity on DC coils equals no actuation. This means DC relay coils have positive and negative terminals, kind of like a battery. If you wire them backwards, positive to negative and negative to positive, the relay won't click. Why? The electromagnet only works when current flows the correct direction. It's kind of like putting batteries in a TV remote backwards. The remote's not going to work, but it won't break either. Just flip them around. However, this only applies to DC relays since AC relays don't care about polarity. It won't damage the DC relay, it just won't turn on. Easy fix, swap the two wires going to the coil. No click sound, probably a bad coil. Now let's talk contacts. Let's break down relay contacts because these little guys are the secret sauce of how relays actually control stuff. Every relay has three main contact types, and I'm going to explain them super simply. First up, NO, which stands for normally open. These contacts, they're like a drawbridge, normally open, so electricity can't flow through them. But when you power the coil, bam! The bridge drops down, closes the circuit, and lets power through. Next up is NC, or normally closed. This is the opposite. It's like a default closed door. Electricity flows freely until you power the coil, then snap, the door swings shut, and the current breaks. Finally, the COM contact stands for common terminal. The common terminal switches between NO and NC. Think of it like the pivot point of a seesaw. It just connects to one side at a time. So a quick recap, NO equals open until you power the coil, and C, normally closed, equals closed until you power the coil. COM, common, equals the switcher that picks between them. Got it? Good. Now why does this matter? Because if you mix up normally open and normally closed, you might accidentally turn something off when you meant to turn it on. And trust me, that's a facepalm moment you don't want to have. So let's lock it in. The coil is an electromagnet. Power it and it pulls the contacts. Wrong voltage? No click. Reverse polarity on DC? No click. NO equals normally open. It starts off. NC equals normally closed. Starts on. COM for common. That is the switcher. Now you know why relays are so important to automation. Mess up the wiring? No power. Get it right? Smooth operation. For a full line of relays and hundreds of thousands of other industrial automation products, go to rspsupply.com, the world's best source online for industrial automation.